Depression and Yoga. The science behind its benefits. Yoga has been a part of Indian spiritual practice for around 5,000 years. Traditional yoga is complex in that it combines physical activity, breathing exercises, meditation, spiritual practice, and advice for ethical living. The ultimate goal of traditional yoga is to unite the body, mind, and spirit, whereas the Western goal is to promote physical and mental well-being. Although there are many styles of yoga, Hatha is the most common and easily accessed by the population. Yoga has been studied to determine whether or not it can reduce the symptoms of depression, and 3 systematic reviews of yoga on depression, anxiety, and stress showed a reduction of symptoms between 12% and 76% with a 39% average. In 8 randomized controlled trials, RCTs, participants reported statistically significant reductions in depression compared to control groups. 2 RCTs found evidence that yoga was equivalent to exercise and superior to waitlist controls. There are no reported adverse effects of yoga, and it is considered safe when taught by a competent instructor. Yoga is an effective adjunctive treatment to decrease the severity of depression symptoms according to the Institute for Clinical Systems Improvement and the Canadian Network for Mood and Anxiety Treatments. The Veterans Health Administration and the U.S. Department of Defense recommend yoga as an adjunctive treatment to manage the symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder. The Work-Loss Data Institute suggests using yoga to compensate for conditions such as occupational stress, major depressive disorder, PTSD, and other mental disorders. Yoga is a body-mind intervention which is the most commonly used method for reducing a wide range of depression severity. Systematic reviews show how yoga can help improve comorbid mental symptoms in physical conditions such as cancer, menopausal symptoms, diabetes, or pain. Preliminary evidence has shown that yoga practice can increase dopamine and thalamic GABA levels, as well as increase serotonin in depressed clients. There is also a decrease in cortisol levels in depressed individuals to normal levels. Meta-analyses revealed evidence of short-term effects of yoga on the severity of depression, and in 1 RCT participants reported a significant improvement of 50% or higher on mental quality of life when compared to relaxation control groups. Effects of yoga were comparable to those of psychopharmacological treatment, group therapy, social support and massage. Qualitative research on the efficacy of yoga reveals insightful outcomes. 2 themes emerged from the data. Positive experience with yoga and yoga as a relational technique. Participants felt that yoga provided them with methods to deal with rumination and stress, a sense of empowerment, and helped them discover a sense of self-acceptance. This was described by one participant when she stated, "It's a mindfulness thing. When you're anxious and forget to breathe or are not mindful, yoga brings you back, and you say I'm going to breathe now and think about what's really important." Yoga helped participants disrupt their typical patterns of stressful thinking. One member said, "I feel good about myself more often than before the yoga. I learned to focus on the positive, instead of what I did wrong, didn't do, or can't do anything about anyway." Many participants reported feeling more capable and able to take care of themselves both in their daily life and in yoga. Yoga classes and at-home practice taught participants to accept their current situation and to practice within their means and how they needed to at the time. Additionally, participants used techniques such as breathing and relaxation to reduce anxiety symptoms or when they were upset. One woman described how this worked in her daily logs. She wrote in her daily practice log, "I felt a little down and needed a boost. Did some sun breaths. It brought me up." She also wrote, "I was tired. Did breath of joy. Gave me quick needed energy." Participants experienced how moving the body helped with depression. This is because physical movements have direct benefits for the mood. The cultivation of an internal focus was a powerful way for the participants to deal with their depression. Focusing on one's inner experience allowed some of the women to learn their triggers, and in doing so learned how to maintain functionality. The yoga teacher has a crucial role in this treatment. The encouragement seemed invaluable. A participant stated, I think that the instructors were good at looking at the individual as an individual and giving suggestions for them. If I couldn't do something, I never felt anything negative. It was always like, if you need to make an accommodation, it's your body and it's good to get in tune with it. I appreciated that because it's not the normal environment that I'm used to. To just do the best a client could do was vital advice provided by the teachers. Yoga allowed the participants to get out their homes, feel a sense of connectedness, and have positive and shared experiences in a safe space with others. Following through on activity was central to the women's experience. One woman said, "Just showing up was good for me. Going somewhere without my husband was helpful for me. He would offer to drive, but I could say, I think I can do it. Going and doing that was what's good for me." Leaving their comfort zone was stressful for many of the women, but it was also described as exhilarating and freeing. Additionally, the yoga classes accelerated a sense of connectedness among the women. Most of the participants found their connection with other women transcended conversation. The women really like how the other members of the group were learning and growing at the same time, which was beneficial to the participants' mood. One participant stated, "The shared experience was important. For coping, shared consciousness was there when everyone was there together. It makes you feel a feeling of connectedness of everything. You walk out of there feeling in touch with the condition of others, not just what's going on with me, but what's going on with everything, which is very reassuring. When you're in a depressed state, you feel very alone, but feeling whole and part of a whole is where the value really is." With the connectedness and the encouragement from the teachers, the participants felt that the yoga classroom was a very safe place to try new things and that the other women in the class helped to counteract their feelings of hopelessness. What can yoga do for you?